So, if you guys remember a little while back, I did a video talking about my top 10 favorite Bigfoot movies. And the thing of it is that there are really good Bigfoot movies out there. There are really solid Bigfoot films if you know where to look. That's kind of the thing, is that there is gold in them thar hills, but there is a lot of bad to it too. And while I still stick by that Exist is the pinnacle of Bigfoot movies, I think we can all agree on that, there was another Bigfoot movie out there that I had not seen yet that I did not know existed until recently while watching. And again, this kind of video was also inspired by a channel I really enjoy called Dark Corners. And in this video, we're going to talk about this movie right here, a movie that could make an easy, solid run for the money for best Bigfoot movie. I still think Exist is a little better, but would be a solid second if I did that list today. Yeah. So this is the Abominable Snowman of the Himalayas, or just called the Abominable Snowman. The Abominable Snowman is basically a pre-Hammer horror film. It is a Hammer film, but this is a Hammer film before Dracula, before Curse of Frankenstein. This is basically the bones of it. This, along with the Quatermass trilogy, I would say are kind of like, would be the Hammer films that we would eventually get. Like, these are basically like a proto version of what we would see with Hammer going forward. The movies are basically, these movies are black and white, but I think that, like, even though they don't have, like, the Hammer flair or the Hammer color, I feel like that works. If this movie had color, I think it would ruin it. This is a pretty terrifying film. And the thing of it is, you don't see a lot of the, Yeti. Or Yetis, I should say. And you may be thinking, well, that's kind of a downer. Like, that's dumb. No! I'm not saying you don't see... I'm not saying, like, this is, like, a storyline of, you know, is there a Yeti? Is there not? Is it a hoax? No, there's Yetis. You just don't see them. And even when you do see the costumes, which some of you might laugh. I'm not gonna deny that some of you guys might laugh at it. Yeah. The big thing is that, sorry, I've been doing like 5 videos today, I'm tired. The big thing is that how you utilize it. It's again, like, it's not so much the character, it makes you believe these costumes are real Yetis. The story is centered around a professor played by Peter Cushing, so again, you know, there's a solid win right there for you, and a expedition group led by a group of Americans who are going into the Himalayas to find and capture or kill a Yeti, and finally prove the existence, whereas the professor's wife is left with the monks who have basically said, there's nothing up there, and clearly they know something and they're hiding something, like, there's clearly a conspiracy going on. This movie really does have a Robert Eggers feel. Like, I would not be shocked if Robert Eggers saw this movie at some point and took a lot of that. What I mean by that is, it really does have, like, this aura of, goddamn focus. This really does have this this atmosphere. Like, the cold, like, even when you don't see the Yeti, there is this, unbridled terror from just the landscape alone. Like, the Yeti doesn't need to kill you. The Yeti is perfectly fine of killing you all by himself, but it's the environment that will fucking end you, if need be. Yeah. So, that's what I really like, is that there's this level of atmosphere and terror. Especially, like, I would recommend watching this in, like, a cold room, or this would actually be a good winter horror movie, too. It's not really what I'd call a Christmas horror movie, but it's definitely a horror movie where, in that, like, it fits better when you watch it at wintertime, because that way you can get, like, almost like a feeling of the cold, you know what I mean? Like, you get this feeling of, just the cold. Like, I would even say, like, when you watch this movie, turn down the thermostat in your house or apartment or what have you, and really get that feel. I also really like how they utilize the setting of the Himalayas, where your mind will literally turn on you in the cold. Like, they basically talk about, like, certain sicknesses, mental sicknesses that have occurred to people in while hiking, because when you're up at that altitude, your body literally dies. But the other thing that happens to you is your mind really, the oxygen in your brain really fucks with you as well. So there's really a lot of, like, yeah, they're out there, but how much of it is in their head and how much of it is the monster? Or monsters, I should say. I'm not going to beat around the bush and tell you, are there Yetis? Are there not? There's Yetis. Don't worry. There are Yetis. I wouldn't watch a movie if, like, I wasn't promised a monster. That's one of the reasons why I did a review on my Patreon, shameless plug, of a movie called The Damned, where in The Damned, I basically talked about, like, it was so good. It was like, it had this great atmosphere and a dark horror story, and then the monster's not real. That kills it for me. I don't care how your good atmosphere or acting is. When you promise me monsters, I want monsters. Is that petty? Yes. So, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, beat around the bush and say, sorry. Like, I'm not gonna recommend a movie if there's no monsters, when there's a promise of monsters. This ain't The Village. What I also like is there's just great tension-filled moments and subtle scares. There's no real, like, jump scares or anything. There's, like, brief moments of, like, when you see it and you're like, what the fuck was that? Or there's a great scene involving the campsite, and it's such a great juxtaposition of what horror is for certain people, because there's a scene in a campsite where one guy's just like, I don't know how to comprehend this right now, and another guy just freaking out. I'm like, that's such a great comprehension of terror. And again, you can't go wrong with Peter Cushing, Peter Cushing is just Peter motherfucking Cushing. What more can I say about that? He's a brilliant he's a brilliant actor, and this is one of his earlier films, too. This wasn't his first, I don't believe this was his first Hammer film, but this was definitely the Hammer film that really put him on the map for them, and made them want to come back to him several times over. The film is a early Bigfoot film that doesn't, like, this movie plays it straight. This is a horror film. This isn't a campy film. This is a movie that will literally make your blood run cold in some scenes. And if you want to see, like, early horror, or, like, early Hammer and the stepping stones of what they would become, don't only check out, like, the Quatermass Experiment. Give this a shot too. This is on Shout Factory. I highly recommend it. Yeah. So there you go, guys. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you guys thought of it, and I hope you all enjoy this film. That's my recommendation. I like doing these videos off and on. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.